hineingespielt und er ist bekannt für seinen extrem schnellen Wurfrhythmus. Herzlich willkommen auch an diesem Ostersonntag, der Dutch Destroyer Vincent van der Voort. Es ist die Partie, die 29 gegen die 12 der PDC. Er hat die UK Open 2012 gewonnen, damals mit einem überraschenden Finalsieg über Phil the Power Taylor, spielt in diesem Jahr seine zweite Premier League-Saison und sein letzter Turniersieg liegt exakt 7 Tage zurück. Letzten Sonntag in Wigan hat er sich auf der Pro Tour durchsetzen können. Herzlich willkommen, sein erstes Match bei den German Darts Masters, the Thorn, Robert Thornton.
So one match down and one seed out of the competition. Jamie Caven beaten by Andrew Gilding. Now it's the turn of the number 6 seed Robert Thornton to see if he can see off the threat of Vincent van der Voort, who beat Mark Webster 6-4 in the opening round yesterday. He was 3-2 down in that game and hit 5 180s, an average of just under 93. And a certain buzz about the place this afternoon as Rod Harrington joined us in the commentary box. The seeds coming in, the big guns. No disrespect to the other players that played it yesterday, but the box office players turn up at the second round today.
Yeah, we say this is the business end, isn't it, of the tournament. And it shows it with this pairing of Thornton and van der Voort. And I have to say, their walk-on music, two of my favourite walk-on musics, Casey and the Sunshine Band and the Proclaimers. And, well, the girls don't look too bad either, Mike, do they? They just add a little bit of colour to the programme. Both these players. Robert Thornton, the Premier League player, lost to Raymond van Barneveld on Thursday night. I spoke to both of these in the practice room this morning, and Robert, he's got a great attitude. You know, it's one of those days, bad day at the office, get on with the next tournament. And that's a great attitude to have. And Vincent, been suffering with back problem. He's got an allergic reaction to any dairy products. He has to really be careful on what he does, but he's got all that sorted out now, and I have to say, he's been playing some superb darts and getting back up the rankings. I expect a close game here, Mike. I think it will. We're going to see at least 10 legs anyway.
59.
Yes, despite that disappointing showing in front of his home fans up in Scotland in the Premier League last weekend, he won a Players' Championship event in Wigan, beating Ian White 6-5.
97.
So coming into this tournament off the back of that good result there last weekend.
85.
I was actually talking to him, and he mentioned about when he won the UK Open and beat Phil Taylor, and we were talking about games that, you know, you played exceptionally well but don't remember. And he actually can't remember one dart that he threw in that match. He said it was just someone else was throwing the darts. And, well, the Yanks call it in the zone. You can't do anything to make yourself get there. It just happens sometimes. All sportsmen witness it. But they don't witness it too often, I'm afraid. And that was one time when Robert did. And I think he could wish that he could have it today. He's got a tough draw here in van der Voort.
Yes, we saw Roberts in the opening European Tour event in Hildesheim here in Germany. Went out at the third round stage to Ian White. Wasn't out in Veldhoven for the Dutch Masters. Last year here, Robert went out to the Irishman Brendan Dolan at the third round stage.
67.
And Vincent was also a third round exitee to Marino Michaels of the Netherlands, 6-1. But it is Van der Voort then down to finished first off here.
60.
And he will be back with Thornton still back on 183.
Well, there's several ways of going for this 72. There is the treble 16. This leaves the double 12, which it looks like he is going for that treble 16 by the look of it. He's done another 16 and leave him double top to clean up this first leg. And he does very tidily indeed.
Second leg, Robert to throw first.
Not an exceptional leg at 18 darts, but a leg with the throw that puts the pressure on the Thorn.
95.
The winner of this match will be up against either Ian White or Ronnie Baxter in round 3. White and Baxter 59. Playing this evening here in Berlin. Ronnie Baxter beating Raymond van Barneveld 6-2 yesterday.
And to all you tweeters and Facebook fans, Raymond is fine. He's chilling out now. Just had a little bit of a diabetic turn, I suppose they call it. But everything's hunky-dory.
Yes, he looked out of sorts in that game against Ronnie Baxter, and then was on his way to the airport for a TV appearance, which he had to pull out of, and got checked over at the hospital. Thankfully, was back in the hotel by last night.
125, Robert, you require 167.
And I'm sure he'll look to continue his good run in the Premier League when the players all head to Manchester this Thursday.
65.
Yes, and getting down to the nitty-gritty now in that Premier League. The relegation's long gone now. All looking for that top 4 place.
140.
Well, that gives Van der Voort a chance at the bullseye if he returns. And at the moment, Thornton has not really... Well, he went for the treble 14 to leave double top instead of...
44. Vincent, you require 84.
The bullseye route, so now treble 20 for Van der Voort. Out of 14. Oh, that leaves double 11. Oh,
62.
Right on the wire.
Robert, you require 58.
Certainly exciting to watch is Van der Voort with the speed of the throw. Thornton wants double top then and gets it to bring us all square at 1 apiece.
Game on.
There's no question that Robert Thornton, one of the best players on that double top, doesn't miss it that often.
100.
Well, neither player set the dartboard alight at the moment, and Thornton have at least one really straight dart in every 3. Scruffy scoring.
What were your favourite doubles when you were playing, Rod?
I didn't have any to be quite honest.
139.
I missed so many. There weren't any on the board I liked. No, I think with doubles, I think you just go on combinations. I mean,
180.
I think 9 times out of 10 you don't have a choice. It's all combinations that leave what double the tops or
134.
But obviously the double 9 and the double 5, I don't know any professionals, especially that double 9, and we see games lost so much on that double 9.
140. This year require 128.
Yes, I imagine that would rank as your least favourite double, the double 9. There's another combination coming in here from Van der Voort.
88. Robert, you require 136.
So can Thornton pick off this big outshot? Yes, he wants double 8 for a 136, and you can see what that means to the Scotsman. For a 2-1 lead and a break of throw.
4th leg, Robert to throw.
Well, I said at the start of that leg that these players hadn't set the dartboard alight yet. And Thornton fires in a 12-dart leg to break the throw. And Van der Voort was only on 40 after 12, so he was shooting at the double on his 13th dart. But it is a breaker throw, so now Van der Voort got to break back quick. You don't want to let someone like Robert Thornton get confident and get in front of you.
134.
He's got that experience. He's been playing on TV over the last 10, 11 weeks. Got the experience and a good front runner.
99. 96.
And Van der Voort was a TV regular when he first came over to the PDC, reached the quarterfinals of the UK Open that year. He did join the PDC back in 2007, but as you say, 2 or 3 years ago, suffering from back problems and then problems with his diet and an allergy.
180.
Which took a while to sort out, but with darts like that, you can see he is well on the way back to repeating some of that
76.
form of old.
Vincent, you require 91.
For a potential 11 darter then.
Game charge and a full flag.
Well, when you
Vincent Van der
lose
Voort.
your throw and you say you've got to bounce back very quickly,
Flag Vincent to
that's
throw
exactly
first.
what Van der
Game on.
Voort's done, is returned Thornton's 12 darter with a 12 dart himself, and there we have it, the last 2 legs, 12 and 12. And now Van der Voort with the advantage. Kicks off a
140.
great shot.
$55. 100.
Well, they're certainly going toe-to-toe at the moment, and you expected a close game, Rod, and that's what we're getting at the moment.
60.
Yes, I mean, Thornton's been playing well for quite a while, and you know, with being with these dart players week in, week out, I kind of tend to know their
97.
game probably better than they do themselves, and certainly Van der Voort has been a marked increase in his performance over the last eight months to a year, really.
81.
He's gradually moving back up them rankings. So just needs to set this up. Thornton's a long way off. He's going to get 9 darts from 164, and he's going to need at least the 9.
$78. Vincent, you require 110.
So to regain the lead, double 16 for a
Game
110
charge,
checkout.
fifth leg. Vincent Van der Voort.
We're certainly
Fifth leg
being
Robert
treated to some
throw first.
fine finishes
Game on.
early on in this second round of the German Darts Masters here in Berlin. A 110 checkout for
55.
Van der Voort to re-establish the lead.
Do you know what the ironic thing is? And, you know, we talk about it quite a bit about these
100.
ultra-fast throwers. On the combination, their percentage of hitting the double is right up there, well over 60%. But when they leave a double and have 3 clear darts at it, that's when they tend to miss.
100.
And for the life of you, think, well, it shouldn't be like that. But of course, you know, a quick thrower is all about the rhythm. So it's score, double, score, double.
140.
But all of a sudden they step up, and the first dart they miss the double, then they start to panic, oh blimey, and then they tend to miss all 3. And it is ironic how many times you see that happen.
100. 145.
We did have 4 German qualifiers who made it through the qualifying stages on Thursday night here. Sadly, only one of them has made it through to the second round. But let's just see if we can get another big finish from Van der Voort. We can, a 116 following his 110.
7th leg, Vincent to throw first.
And
Game
now,
on.
just a little bit to think about for Robert Thornton. But yes, later on this evening, GNR Toots, the only German left in the competition, takes on none other than Michael van Gerwen. That's one of the highlights of the evening session. Phil Taylor up against the veteran from Sweden, Magnus Karis.
Well, just having a look at those stats while they're on the screen. That's impressive from Van der Voort. 105 average, 111 for his first 9. That's brilliant. But the one thing that he is winning
59.
is the 140s. 8-3. That's a massive difference. 5 140s more than Robert Thornton. You know, you're talking at least 2 legs just on them 140s.
Yes, Van der Voort did look good in his opening round win over Mark Webster yesterday.
85.
I believe that went all the way as well, didn't it?
6-4, so
yeah,
pretty much. And 5-1-8 is Van der Voort hit
100.
in that game. He's just hit the 1 in this game so far, but like you said, Rod, it's the ton 40s which have really made the difference here against
60.
Thornton this afternoon.
Virginia require 146.
The next game on stage will see Justin Pipe take on Stephen Bunting. Stephen making his debut on the European Tour and
140.
seeing off Ross Smith 6-1 in some style yesterday and saying he was nervous at making his European Tour debut. Another great chance for Van der Voort there to take out the 105, but Thornton then wanting 56.
and a chance to get himself back in the game, and that's a perfect marker. Oh,
36.
Yeah, and you could see the expression on his face tells it all. He didn't expect to miss that. The marker was absolutely perfect. So Van der Voort comes back, and he's got the 3 clear darts at a double.
Well, a rare miss, like you said.
It's ironic that it happens so many times. It's so noticeable.
We've seen him take out a 110, a 116 Van der Voort, but the double eluding him, but the double 5 not eluding Robert Thornton, and reduces the arrears to 4-3.
Game on.
Well, Thornton got himself back into this game. 4 darts. Van der Voort's missed at the double to go 5-2 up. That will help to break the throw of Thornton. And to be quite honest, I don't think Van der Voort does anything easily. I mean, all the games he plays seems to, you know, we're talking 10 legs most of the time.
190. 120. Robbie, you require 170.
He'll look to set up a decent finish, which he does. 70 when he comes back, with Van der Voort still on 196.
97. Robbie, you require 70.
Well, that's his favourite double top left. Now double 10 again.
50.
Oh, and he's landed off. Now Van der Voort's on a 3 dart by hitting the 57. It stopped him having 2 darts at a double, so he'll only get 1. Now will he go double top, double top? That's exactly what he did.
59.
So now Thornton comes back to the board
20.
to level it up.
Vincent, you require 40.
To go to within one leg of victory, the Dutchman, Vincent van der Voort. And Robert Thornton Maru going around the houses there, unable to take out the double. And van der Voort breaks the throw, has darts in hand now for victory and a place in tomorrow's third round against either Ian White or Ronnie Baxter.
100.
Well, there we see the stats of the legs, and that's pretty tidy from van der Voort. Under level 15 for those 5 legs. 1 under. And he'll probably think that 7th leg he should have taken. He had 4 darts at it.
180
to get down to the double and close this game off. And it will be a good performance here from van der Voort if he can. And certainly the extra money on those rankings is going to help him.
81.
Thornton's kind of playing like he did on Thursday night. You know, he's trying hard, but it just isn't going for him.
100. Vincent, you require 140.
Thornton can't finish,
95.
so Vincent van der Voort will be back to wrap up the match with 45.
125. Vincent, you require 45.
So double 16 then for the match. Double 8.
29. Robert, you require 156.
Well, this is a big ask for the Scotsman. And it won't happen now, so van der Voort will be back for double 8. And there, when your luck's not going with you, your luck's not going with you. Hitting the flight and catching it of the other dart. Double 8 then for Vincent van der Voort.
Vincent van der Voort.
An impressive win for the Dutchman over Robert Thornton. And Vincent will be up against Ian White or Ronnie Baxter in the third round tomorrow. Coming up next here, it's Stephen Bunting up against Justin Pye.
Vincent, congratulations. The next good win. Yesterday you beat Mark Webster, today Robert Thornton, a Premier League player. That's a good result.
Yeah, definitely a really good result. I've got a really bad record against Robert, so to have to win is really good.
Tell me, what is the difference between Vincent van der Voort in 2011, where you won the last Pro Tour events, and in the last 2 years? Is it the self-confidence, or where is the difference?
Oh, it starts with confidence, of course, but I had a back injury that put me away for a long time, and now I'm trying to get back to my best, and I'm starting to get it. I'm not there yet, but I'm starting to play better and better, so I'm happy.
That's good to see. See you tomorrow again. Thank you very much. Vincent van der Voort. Er sagt, er ist wieder auf einem guten Weg zurück zu alter Stärke. Die letzten beiden Siege auf der Pro